Hi, just putting me keyboard down. How are you? I'm just going to double check I'm online because I can't see messages here. And here we go, I think. No, got the wrong one. There it is. Oh, somebody else is online at the same time as me. And I'm sure they've got 1,000 subscribers and I've only got like 35. But you know what? I don't care. This is so much fun. I really have just loved since I joined Stamping Up doing this. So this is from the new catalogue. If you want one, you just need to message me here on Facebook, and if you buy anything, then you get this for free. Okay? Up to you. So the card we're making today is pretty special. Isn't that lovely? Pops out, pops in. So this is called a Z-fold pop-up card. I was looking through all my folders because when I started Stamping Up, I downloaded a lot of things from everyone I watched because I didn't know what type of cards were going on, and I thought, oh, that's so nice. So the back of it's where the greeting is, and on the envelope I've just done some of the DSP. So this is everything here is from the Winter Meadow. I'll just move that over a little bit. From the Winter Meadow suite. So I brought the whole suite, which you don't need to do this, but I just wanted it because I like them. So we got the jewels, the faceted jewels. I'm using Pretty Peacock cardstock and stamping. We've got the glitter ribbon that's here. We have the Magical Meadows die set and the stamp set. Yep. So they go with that, and I'll show you. I'm also using the oxidized, let me just get that here. I'm using the oxidized, it's sticking to everything. The oxidized, 3 times I've said that, copper specialty designer paper. So that's how I've got it nice and sparkly. So I haven't used all my other product in here, but it's got this paper. So I did make a card from here a while back, and it's on my Facebook lives. So I made that, and that's when I used more of the, I did stamping, but I used the deer in here. So just if you're looking, and the jewels as well. So right now I'll just clean that out of the road, and we'll start on our book, on our card. So it's quite a lovely suite, but you can just buy the Magical Meadow bundle on its own and then just use whatever ribbon you've got if you don't want to spend a lot of money. I'm also using gold embossing powder, so I'll get my plugged in. I knew I had a class yesterday, and I did. So what the only dies I'm using from here are the I think, did I stamp on the envelope? No, I didn't. I was going to. So the only ones I'm using are from here with gold, and this one, the 2 of them. So lucky for you, I've magically stamped them out ready. So I've done them in gold and that in the Pretty Peacock. All right, so I'll pop those away out of the way. I hope you're all well. It's, we had a beautiful hot day on Sunday, and then we've had pouring rain, so it's not been good. So this is a Z-fold. Now if you have a look there, can you see that? So it's got a little bit of a box thing in there, and so this is our stock. I put it all in an envelope ready. And I did cut out a couple of these, but I mean, if you come on, you can have a look and tell me whether you like it or you don't like it, or we could add them. I'll show you what I mean. So I did a few. So when I was looking for the instructions for the card, this is not the card made by the lady. The instructions, I couldn't find in Australia and instructions for inches, so I found one online inspired by Mel, but this is not her card. This is my card, if you get what I mean, my decoration. But there's a lot of these out here, but they were all in different. I wanted inches and I wanted more like in Australia sizes, because this is 5.5 by, it is only just on 4. So I think they've done that so that they can get these completely correct without having to, because they're score at 2, and then and that's an easy way rather than 2.3, 3.5 point whatever it is. So let's get started. If you first of all, if you want to take a snapshot now, there's the measurements. So I'm just going to show you as we go. So this is the main card in Pretty Peacock, and it's 8.5 by 5.25. It's scored at 2 inches, and we're going to do that. We'll do it in half first. So it's scored at 2 and at 4. So I've already scored it. I had my class yesterday with my ladies, and I showed them how to use my big scoreboard. So this is the scoreboard you get from Stamping Up, and people might have other ones at home, and it was so good. So this was scored. Where's my already folds here? So it was scored at 2 and 4, right? And so how easy does that fold when you use this? Whereas when I just do it the other way, it's not as good. So just give that a little burnish to get a crisp fold. So yesterday in the class, they got their first turn at it. My girls like to, I have everything ready for them. That's what they prefer. But some of them enjoyed trying it out yesterday. And they use my stamping machine, my embossing machine, gosh, brain like a sieve. Okay, so that's that one. Okay, so now we have a little tiny piece. Let me find it. Okay, so this is 3.25 by 1 inch, scored at 3/4, 1.5, 2.25, and 3. And so that is just going to be folded around and around. And what we'll do is just put a little bit of Tombow on now. Put that together and let it sit and seal. Just give that a shake. Not too much. And that, we'll put that together. And that's your little box for inside. Okay, so I'm going to set that aside, and we'll find the other pieces. Now we've got a three-inch squares. Where are they? Here they are. So we've got 3 of those in the Pretty Peacock. Okay, so they're going to be our, as you can see, they're our diamonds. We need 3. So as you can see, I've got the tops of 2 more. So 2 in white, and that's 1 3/4, 1 3/4. So they'll go on there. And we might just put those together now so it's done. Makes it easier to do it since we're working along. And of course you've got a bit of wiggle room with the glue. Yesterday I did a card with where we put gold on it, and we then I used the tear and tape because it was on the back, and I wanted to make sure that it's easier than glue. And then the oxidised copper is the one. I've done that a little less because I've got a white for it as well. Where did I put that? We've got a long one, and we're missing a little one. Let me see. It's always good to know, adjust. And I'm just going to make sure that that fits in there. I don't want a lot of white on it. I just want a sliver there. I suppose because yesterday I had so many cards, we did 4 cards each, and there was 5 ladies. And because it was my birthday last week, one of the ladies brought along a little cake, which was really, really nice. And they said to me, oh, you have it, you eat it on your own. I said, oh, so rich and so beautiful. I had it like a 1/4 of an inch, and then I said, no, everyone share it, because, you know, we don't sort of go through everyone's birthday, but she's also a friend of mine. Okay, and so now we've got one there. And we have in our pretty peacock, that's it, in the white cardstock, we have 3 by 1 sorry, which one's that for? Okay, we have 1, 2 by 5, that's for there, and we have that in DSP, we have that, so we'll just run that in. So we're not stamping on there, so it's okay. It's quite nice. They get quite heavy when you add all the extra layers, but you know, this is a really special card, I thought. It's actually, when I first looked at it, I thought, it's not as much like, isn't that beautiful paper? It's more, it's the pretty peacock. So there we go, that's easy. Right, so now on the front, I've got 1 white with 1 oxidised, and that's at the, right, I'll take my instructions out. You should have got your photo by now. If you haven't, you can just go back to it in a minute. I'm just going to get my silicone mat. Pop that on. Just before you glue it down, just make sure you've got all your measurements correct. Nothing like doing that and finding out you've got to go back again. Oh my goodness, yesterday my kids went back to school. So we went on a lovely little holiday. We stayed in a caravan park with friends. They had their vans, and we, because it was my birthday and my friend's birthday the day before, we went out and we went hiking, and so beautiful. It's a place called Hall's Cap in Victoria, and it's just got most beautiful scenery. And we went hiking and did all that, and so we got back on Friday, and then there was the grand final. So if anyone's American, it's like your NRL big finals. NRL, you're American, you know, gridiron and all of that. You have lots and lots of people go, and we did that and got home. And Saturday we were packing. Sunday because we're going to sell our house, and we were packing away, and I said to the twins, because they're 14, nearly 15, and I said, now, don't forget to get your computers out and everything like that. Yep, we'll do that. So it comes, they didn't do it Sunday, and I forgot about it. And on Monday night, because they didn't start till Tuesday, I said to them, oh, you've got your bags out and you've got your books out and everything's done. And they said, they're like, yeah, we have. And then just as they go to bed, I say to one of them, I can't see your computer on the charging station, because we charge downstairs. You know, with those parents that make them charge downstairs. No phones in the bedrooms. And he's like, I can't find my iPad. I can't find my school iPad. Not iPad, computer. And I'm like, here we go again. This particular one, he can lose everything. So I'm just putting the envelope on there. So you just glue it down on the envelope. And that is only, it's, if I'm correct, it's just 2.5 inches by, now the envelope's 6. So you've got to go, I've gone 6.5. And so as that dries, you just snip around the inside of your card. So we're all hunting, and because I've been moving, my husband is going, I think you've packed it in the packing boxes. Oh my God, you've packed it. I'm like, I haven't. I know how to pack. I know what to do. Leave me alone. Anyway, just get going on. And I'd also given a whole box of books to our local primary school where our kids went. And because they've got a fete in November, and I've taken up 10 bags of books. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to kill you. So I dropped them at school yesterday, him without a computer, and told him, well, you work it out because I'm not. So see how that's going to fold in there? In the middle of the card. So if you were to measure it, it's 5 3/4. So 3, just under 3 is the middle. I just eyeball it. And I'm going to put some glue. So I want it to, hold on. I want it to stand like that in the middle and then down. So I'm going to put some glue here and some glue there. And so I sent him upstairs to look. I had stripped his room up and then found out he'd just thrown his washing on the floor. So that was another bone of contention, as you'll all realise. And I'm just making sure that my little taggy bit's in the middle. Okay, and we're going to flatten that down while I'm talking. And looked and looked and looked, I pulled out everything. And we'd had his room painted while we were gone, so it's not like there was anywhere to get it. And so I dropped them off at school on Tuesday, and I went down to the local primary and I said, I'm so sorry, I've got to look through those bags. So I'm looking, and there was a video in there, and the up end of the video looked like a black clip, and I thought, oh my God, it is in there, oh my God. So I pulled it and then realised it was a video. So I came home and I was like, what am I going to do now? So I went back upstairs and I had to change something in his room, a cupboard from the other boy's room into his. And I just picked the mattress right up off the bed, and under there was his iPad. So I took a photo and sent it to him and sent it to my husband with a note saying, see, I didn't pick it. So look at that. So that's in. We're nearly done. How easy is this? All right, so now we've got these pieces. So I'm going to leave that for a minute. Oh, we've got to do a Noel. That's what we've got to do. So here, I am just going to get that. So we've got a Noel in white and a Noel in, and I think, oh no, that was where I cut before. So I need a Noel in white, and that was done with gold as well on the white. So where's my embossing kit? Pulled it out and I shut the drawer with it in. So this is the embossing kit. And you know, I put my ink pad out and I haven't even used it. So that's the Versamark gold. Some little tongs in here. This is the kit that they give you. So you rub this. It's sort of got like cotton wool in it or something. Not cotton wool. I feel like it's cornstarch or something. So that's all the pieces for the kit. And we are going to get Noel. Where did you go? So Noel is from the Framed and Festeds, which is over, but you can put anything you want in. I just like the Noel because it was small. I didn't want to overtake the card. It had enough on it. So there's my stamp block. Where's all my stamp blocks? Oh, I know. I was getting ready to do an artistically inked card and I pinched one. So that was yesterday's card with the gold. Just give it a good little, so it gets a sheen on it. Down. And some gold. I'll leave that for a second and do the white. You can't see that one, can you? But wait. Now see how it gets a bit of, I'm just going to run it through again. The thing, because I like it nice and strong. Now with your brush, you just, even though I put that extra, I'm going to need a finer brush. Hold your tongue while you do this. And I'm going to be cutting it out, so it doesn't matter. Now excuse a little bit of noise here, guys. And you see this is going to go gold. And I'll do the other one over here so the noise isn't as bad. Hot. Alright, and best clean up while you've got 5 seconds while that goes. Where's that? I've seen a lot of people putting them in a little container and not using that, which would save you on a little $1 or $2. But I kind of like it because I know that I can just tip it straight back in and I keep everything in my little old bag. So I've got it all put away for next time. You need to clean this, even though it's Versamark. You don't want it to leave that the sheen on it, because then when you stamp next it could interfere with your stamp being even. Alright, put that to this. I'll put it straight away so I don't get into trouble with myself when I go looking for it. Yesterday my husband got home from work and instead of saying hello, how are you, I was like, oh my god, help me, I've dropped a stamp, and it was a clear stamp. It was clear, and I got down on the floor. So this one we're cutting them out and putting them in like that. So he came in, so I said, oh, go and get your torch. And so when he got his torch, and I was like, I only went like that with the stamp pad and over there, and it's dropped. And I thought it was on me, and because once I made a card and I was looking for something, and it wasn't until I had a shower later that night that I found it had positioned itself in my t-shirt. So I'm looking at my t-shirt, make sure it hasn't gone down the front, and oh my goodness. And they're so, because when they're clear you can't see them, they're not like the mounted ones. And so there's one Noel quickly. I told you it was a quick card. Where's my green? So I'll just cut this one. Yeah, it's going to take you an extra 2 minutes to cut out your thingy bobbies. I didn't want it just like a big thing like that because it's so busy anyway. I just wanted it to stand out. And oh, yesterday after the class, I like to do something for me, but I have a friend that's been my friend since we were 15 in New Zealand, and her dad's having his 90th birthday in New Zealand. So I made her a special one of Susan Stanfield's flying seagull cards, and I did it with trucks, the little trucking card on it, because he was a logger. He used to have a logging farm in New Zealand. Okay, so these white ones are going to be directly from the middle there. So I think I did it from that white point and from that white point to the green. Yeah, see the white lines there? So I'm only going to glue them on that little corner, not too much, just in there like that. Okay, so you can line it there and there. And what can I put on it? How about my stapler? And then we'll just do the other one. That's it, a little bit of glue. And that's there. You hold your mouth, make sure it works. Alright, now in the meantime, I'm going to get I didn't put any bling on. I put the bling out, but maybe you could put a couple here, but I just thought it was too busy, so I didn't. I used it on the green card. I pulled it out, but it was in the sweet. So I'm just going to make well, I actually put the bow around here. So I've got one of the green ferns, and I got two of the gold ones, like that. And I'm going to make a little bow around the bottom, so I'm only going to use some glue on the back. Now, one of the good tricks is, if you get your silicone mat, you can either do this and run it through, or I've used a sponge and done that. So I'm just going to run it through like this, hold it down, and don't really want those two up there to have it good. I want some on there, and I want down there. Alright, so I don't want it on those three over there. I better move my silicone mat before I bugger up my own thoughts. And we want those three to go over there. Now, hold those down nicely. I'm just going to make a nice bow. I've seen the ones done on a fork, but I'm not that good. I'm not that good at it. I think we'll go back to the old-fashioned ones. We do two of those, and you push it under. Now we've got plenty of that. So if you pull it tight, and then, isn't this pretty? It's pretty with the silver on for Christmas. It's a bit bigger than the last one. What they say, bigger than Ben-Hur. Okay. I'm going to use just some little glue dots here. You can't see them. Use a couple. Just make that a bit smaller there. And you just put them on the back. I'm actually going to use three. Where's the other one? There it is. On that side. I don't want it falling off, especially if it goes in the post. How's that? Now I am going to cut that last a little bit smaller. And with our Noel, we'll pop that down on dimensionals to stand out a little bit, to give it a more depth. There, and I think I'm going to have to use, when you get to your end of your dimensionals, cut the sides. See here? Oh, it's a bit glary there. I do have a light under here somewhere, but someone's knocked it away. Here it is. See if I can you see them now? I think you can. So if you cut along the sides here, you can get smaller ones like this, and then they fit in the little places that you don't want to see them from the other side. So you never throw them out till they're all completely done. And pull that out. And that's going to go there. I suppose you put sparkles here, but I just think it was enough. All right, so this Noel is going to go on here. So we're going to open that up, and if you can see there, I'm just going to glue that right on that littlest corner. I'm only putting a splotch because I don't want to. And I'll hold that down for a second. Look at that. Okay. And pick it up. And now I'm only gluing this one in. It doesn't need raising. Don't want it out anywhere. Alright. And I'm going to glue it right from in there. Just want to see a little bit of it under there. Don't really want to see it. And I'm going to cut that just a little bit more because I can see it. So you'll just have to sort of look at yours and see what you can do. That's why you only want a wee greeting in there, because otherwise you see it. Now that ribbon should come over there so you can't. There you go. You might have to get a glue dot, put that there, and then it won't. I just prefer not to see that the underneath one, just so it comes out as a surprise. Here's one. I'm just giving a dot. There you go. Alright, so I'm going to have it so it's there. So I want that ribbon to be there. So I'm just going to put a dot here. And push that on there. So when it opens, you don't see that. How's that? Now, for the back, I am going to, see, for the back, I was going to do this, but I just thought it really doesn't give it that much more. So I've stamped one because that's not very as nice. So I did a bit double. Not that one. So please folks, if you have a look, can you give me a thumbs up or say like if you like my card. I'd like to, have it shared if you want to. I'm not worried. So I'm going to put our leaf going up there. And we're going to do the Merry Christmas. Have yourself a very Merry Christmas, which if I look at this now, it comes out of this one. Have yourself a Merry Christmas. So that's out of Framed Festive, with which a lot of people have still got because it was from the last specials. I don't know if it's still on, but you know, the Christmas sayings in here is for winter, and I'm in Australia, so winter's not going to do it here, unfortunately. I'll put that over there. Clean those in a sec because I'll let you go. Put the glue away, cleaned up, tidy up. Okay. And that's just on the back of the card. So that's the back of that one, and that's the front. And I do hope you've liked it. If you want to contact me, it's Annette Falconer, Independent Demonstrator. Host code if you order anything on my shop, which is AnnetteFalconer.stampingup.net. I should have had that there, shouldn't I? My shop, yes. I haven't made a mistake there, haven't I? I didn't put that on. Anyway, my shop is AnnetteFalconer.stampingup.net. So Annette Falconer isn't spelt there. Then a .stampingup.net. And if you buy that, I will send you this card. And thank you very much. Bye.